Are you a dancer struggling with poor posture and weak upper body strength? Well, help is here in this episode of Ask Gina, where I answer real questions from real dancers just like you. Hey, what's up, dancer? This is Gina McFadden of Dancer 360, your go-to coach for all things dancer health, body, mind, and soul. I see you, dancer. I see your challenges, and I see your innermost desire to become the best dancer you can be. I see you, I hear you, I care about you, I'm here for you. That's what my series Ask Gina is all about. So be sure to hit the subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. Today's question is from one of my Instagram followers who writes, "How do I strengthen and use my arms and back properly?" And I think this is an amazing question. When I work with my dancers and they come in and stand at the bar, we often have this shoulder hunched forward, no energy in the posture look. Now, not having strong arms and backs not only leads to poor posture, but to lack of power and support in your jumps and turns. What if I told you that you can develop strong arms and backs without going to the gym, lifting weights, or getting bulky? By the end of this episode, you'll be armed with, pun intended, the tools to strengthen your arms and back so that your posture shines and so that you have power in your jumps and your turns. I'm going to share with you 3 tips to strengthen your arms and your backs. And be sure to stick around to the very end because we'll do some of these very easy strengthening exercises together. My first tip for strengthening and using your arms and backs properly is to stretch and strengthen. Now, on our phones, on our computers, in our cars, we have this modern day postural problem. And we need to do 2 things to correct this. First, we need to stretch our pectoral muscles, and then we need to strengthen the muscles in between our shoulders. By both stretching the front of our body and strengthening the back of our body, we can fix this hunched over problem that we have as a modern day society. My second tip for strengthening and using your arms and backs properly is to strengthen your arms and back with some resistance training and exercises. Strengthening your arms and backs with resistance training is not going to make you bulky. When I was a young dancer, I was taught by well-meaning people that doing any sort of strength training, especially upper body, was not a good idea because they didn't want my arms to get bulky. Well, I think it's a pretty common myth in the dance community that weight training leads to bulkier muscles. Just like I was, many dancers, and maybe you are one of them, are afraid of strength training due to this fear of getting bulky muscles. Well, I'm involved in the dance medicine and science community, and I have access to great scientific articles. And there are many scientific articles on this topic. And I'd love to share with you the science behind why, so that it's not just my opinion, oh, you should lift weights, but it's backed by science. I'm going to link to one of these articles down below, and it says that weight training can have a significant effect on dynamic balance, maximum lower body strength, and power without adversely affecting your artistic or aesthetic components. In plain terms, strength training helps your dancing and will not hurt your artistry or the way that you look. Dancers, the truth is that adding a little strength training, even if it's without weights, just body strength training to your dance conditioning, is going to help your posture shine and give your jumps and your turns more power. And what dancer doesn't want that? And unless you are lifting super heavy weights, which I am not recommending here, you are not going to get bulkier muscles. So you can set that myth and the fear of that off to the side and feel free to use a little bit of strength conditioning in your conditioning. Now, in the case of strengthening your shoulders and your backs, no weight is really needed because we can get the benefits of strength training just by using our own body weight. Be sure to watch to the end where I will show you some easy exercises to strengthen those areas without even having to pick up a weight, and in just a few minutes. Okay, my third tip for strengthening and using your shoulders and your arms and your back properly is to think in 3D when strengthening your arms and correcting your technique. Oftentimes, we think about what our arms look like from the front. In other words, am I dropping my elbows? But when we think 3D, we can get a clearer vision of what the arms look like from all angles, which will not only help our technique be cleaner, but it will help us to strengthen the muscles in order to support that clean technique. So when we think in 3D, we can make the changes that will make our arms and back stronger and our technique prettier to watch. Now we will do some simple exercises to strengthen our arms and our backs. Now, if anything pinches or hurts while you're doing these exercises, please listen to your body and stop what you're doing, modify it so that it works for you. Lay all the way down on your mat, drawing your navel into your spine. Bring your thumbs to your low back and interlace your fingers. Then gently stretch your arms and lift your upper body off the floor while holding your navel into your spine. Take several deep breaths here as you feel the widening of your collarbones and the pectoral muscles stretching. You'll raise and lower a little bit with your breath. Now bring your arms to a V up above with your thumbs pointed up to the ceiling. On your inhale, lift your thumbs up to the ceiling. On your exhale, set the arms back down, breathing in and out. Try the same thing with your arms in ala sakon. Try lifting the arms by squeezing that space in between your shoulder blades. Again, breathing in up, exhaling down. Let's do this one more time. Interlacing your fingers, drawing your navel into your spine. Stretch your arms and lift your upper body off the floor. Take 3 full breaths here. Then release, open the arms up to your V. Breathe in and lift your thumbs to the ceiling. Exhale, let your arms come down to the floor. Repeat 3 times, flowing with your breath. And repeat with the arms in ala sakon. Inhale as you squeeze the shoulder blades, and exhale as the fingertips come back. So there you have it. In order to have a stronger back and arms, think in terms of both stretching and strengthening, using strength training that won't add bulk, and think in terms of 3D arm awareness. Now you are armed, pun intended, with the tools to strengthen your arms and backs, not only so that your posture shines, but so that you can add more power to your jumps and your turns. That's it for this first episode of Ask Gina. Be sure to leave a comment with your question for an upcoming episode of Ask Gina, and be sure to smash the subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. We'll see you next 360 Thursday, and until then, dancer, keep shining with all that you are.